So nobody has made an attempt to remove it from the stone. What is the matter with you all?
With all due respect, Supreme, everyone who has placed their hand on the hilt has evaporated. I am not sure if attempting to remove it is a good idea.
Then try chiseling it from the stone. Our leader needs it removed.
We have tried any methods you can imagine. We are wishing to do her bidding, but nothing is working. We're telling you we cannot do anything to remove this relic from its place.
And I'm telling you, you're failing not just myself, but her too.
I don't think they're failing us, Skraski Supreme.
Then what do you propose? That it just be stranded there with no hope of removing it?
Oh, I didn't say that. The more I think about it, and the more I am aware of the circumstances of this glorious, historic weapon, the more I think there is only one person who can aid us before we finally act on our long-awaited uprising. We need a king.
You know, it's weird people just hand you something without hesitation. And the fact that they're so in awe with you that they would make you their king? What the hell's up with them?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's an interesting career path for me to consider. Look, I've been considered for all sorts. Actor, town healer, even husband.
Yeah, they'd have to get through me on that last option first. I still cannot believe it was that easy. They would probably be willing to get robbed and thank the other side given their extreme benevolence.
I mean, I did say universes were ending. Guess I rolled high on charisma.
Didn't know you got back into D&D.
Oh, it's fun to watch. But I wasn't lying when I said that universes are ending. We know what's at stake. Hence why we came here. Any crumb of information for the crisis is key. One small detail omitted could be costly. Okay, old girl, let's get some translation done.
When you saved this crisis, I found the perfect planet. Shining towers, nights lasting a decade. It would be perfect.
Yes. Yes, it would.
By that you mean...
Oh, you were quick! So much for an ancient translation, hard to decipher. Oh. When the crisis comes, the skies on all planets shall darken with a crimson horizon before the worlds get engulfed into nothingness.
Crimson Horizon? We didn't see that with Earth 3. However, we did have to bail.
What if that is the work of the Eternal, and the Hollow are the slow process to shattering a world? I mean, we've seen that already with Earth 3, and we already made the assumption that they would feed the Eternal. The Crimson Skies are not just a ruthless method, but quick. A way that offers no hope to anyone.
It makes sense. So much sense, sadly. I fear we're going to be too late until we stop him, with how we can guess more worlds since Earth 3 has succumbed. Random space coordinates, I'm guessing?
Bit of an inconvenient time, but sure. Let's see where we're heading this time. Right then, by my estimate, maybe 6th century, maybe pushing 7th. Britain, Somerset area. Though I'm not sure. Orbis is being very vague about this, typically. Strange essence in the air. Sulfur. Not sure why.
Demonic presence, perhaps. We could try to locate the source.
Doesn't hurt to try. I didn't set a course for this place, so there must be something to check out.
I love warm days like this.
Well, that's before humans decided to wreck this planet.
Oh, look at you, being a dampener on things. Please don't tell me you have a cold again. I thought your immune system was a tank, as you called it.
Sulfur's getting stronger. This early in Britain's timeline, this shouldn't be that noticeable of a scent. It should be clean.
Unless something is giving off something of a similar presence. Something maybe unnatural?
That's starting to be my suspicion at this point. If I can pinpoint the origin...
Maybe we're not alone in identifying the situation.
Ooh, knights! Well, this could be really advantageous for us, or it could kick us in the backside depending on their attitudes.
Halt! State your business for entering this territory. You are both unprotected and entering dangerous terrain.
Oh, we were just having a nice brisk walk, and then our noses were stinging with this terrible scent. Hope we're not intruding.
Don't mind my best friend. We just instruct commoners to remain where they are until this is dealt with. Surely I should know this gate isn't something to disregard unless you're willing to fight.
A gate? Surely not a garden gate, right? I'm guessing this gate and that smell have something in common.
Where have you been? Everyone who surrounds them around the area of Camelot knows about the monsters that emerge from the other side.
Wait a second, Camelot? Please, could I know who you are?
Very well. I'm Arthur. Arthur Bridget. Is that important to you?
Liam Catterson and Rhiannon Martindale Weatherup in The Catterson Chronicles, Series 4, Episode 4, The Elder Gates, written by Liam Catterson. No way! I actually cannot believe this! I knew there was something familiar about this place. Pleased to meet you.
Sorry, I don't believe we've met. You both do not look familiar to me.
No, I've just heard many great things about you. And I have to say, it's an honor.
Well, I really don't know what's all that great that you've heard about me, but I'm pleased. Are you from Camelot? Just looking at the pair of you, I assume you came from there.
No, we're just from the north. We help the helpless, and we heard about this gate.
I thought you were out for a walk.
Oh, that's what we say to dissuade people from approaching this gate. People who may not have the experience we might have.
More to the point, what exactly are you doing here, Arthur?
Well, myself and my allies are surveying the outskirts of Camelot to see if any more of these creatures emerge.
You mentioned monsters. Care to elaborate on the circumstances of these monsters?
Well, the safety of this country is at risk after King Uther died, and talk has been, when he died, that opened up. People are depending on someone to save Camelot and potentially this country.
Well then, Arthur, what makes you certain you will be able to help out?
I'm a bit of a fighter. So are my friends, Lance and Percy. We're going to focus on this as much as possible.
I know you're wishing for us to avoid casualty, but believe it or not, this gate and what's on the other side is something we can pretty much handle. It's fine. Honestly.
You're going to need protection regardless. I've seen what horrors emerge from that portal.
See? Team effort. Nothing wrong with a bit of a helping hand, especially for someone as valiant as yourself.
I'm sure you might have a certain idea, but trust me, nothing can intimidate me. I have to say, you're both an irregular pairing.
Ha! Well, that's a first for a description for our relationship.
No, I mean, you've come all the way down from the north, your clothes are beyond anything I've seen, and you have such a determined leadership ability. I think in times like this, Camelot could use your assistance, I would think.
Honestly, that's a really complimentary thought, but me and Jade, we can't stick around once this is done. We have a lot of work to do with a personal goal.
Ah, understandable. The fight does not stop for some people.
It's them again.
I got it!
You may want to stop what you're doing. What do you want? Saved by Arthur. Never would have had that down on my prediction list. Thank you.
No, thank you. The both of you. Not the first time those things have come for me.
Always happy to help you out. What do you mean by, this is not the first time they've came for you?
You know that I've been in pursuit of dealing with the gateway that threatens the kingdom that I hope to one day protect. I believe the creature that attacked me, it belongs to that gateway. The thing is, it doesn't want to kill me. At least, not here. First time I had an encounter with one of those things, it began dragging me to its gateway until Lancelot sliced its head off. Others who approach it, or within the nearby area, they're not so lucky.
Strange. I don't seem to recognize it. A pretty unique creature, I must say.
Liam, can I have a word?
2 moments. What is it?
I have a wild theory on why they want Arthur, but I don't know if it's a good idea to send him into the portal willingly until we get the confirmation. He's not king yet, which means...
You're not suggesting that Excalibur resides in that portal?
If they are targeting Arthur solely, I don't think it's because they need him out of the picture. They need him for something, and who is the only one to pull the sword out of that stone?
Thing is, we don't know how many of those things there are in there.
What, and you're suggesting you're gonna go in there alone?
Oh, come on. I've done crazier things. Besides, we don't know how much we are dealing with, and if your theory holds true... That's why I am wanting to use myself as bait and give you a heads up.
Liam, I could kill you at times. Bait? What if they murder you?
What if I hold valuable information? It's not just that, but the Newell unit. It's acting weird when we get closer to the gate. Could be Excalibur, could be something more. Whatever is on the other side of this gate is calling to me.
Still, I'm worried about this.
Look, if it makes things any easier, the Codex should be able to reach to you no matter where I am at. I'll give you a code word, you can go charging in, and that's when you, Arthur, and his men can attack.
And if you get harmed in any capacity, we'll be having a talk.
Okay, Arthur, me and Jade have agreed. I'm going into that gate alone.
Are you mad? You don't know how many of those creatures are on the other side of that gate. You're just going to walk in there. Like that.
Something is reaching out to me, seemingly. But they also want you. I'm going to find out what exactly they seek you for, and when Jade gives the signal, you and your men can come through and attack.
I hate this idea too. I think it's stupid, but trust me when I say, I think Liam might have this covered. He's going to find out all the information possible and find out exactly what those things have planned.
You should really enter this place with company. Even with so much confidence, I would agree it's too much of a risk.
Yeah, not happening, Lance. Personally, I feel like I can stall them long enough to get what I need to know. Then you can move into attack. You'd be better off with the others, rather than risk them getting more agitated than they already will be with me waltzing in to their humble abode as if it was nothing.
I have to say, you're one of the bravest people that I know, even showing the valor akin to Lance. Many tales have been recorded of soldiers going to confront those creatures, and ending up dying despite their valiant efforts.
No disrespect to you and your other soldiers, but right now, I have an obligation to have you protected. We should get moving. If where Arthur states the gate to be is correct, we don't have long to go.
Are you sure you want to allow him to go through with this?
I'd rather him not. But I guess it's not the first time he's decided to confront an army on his own. Though I was hoping it would be the last one. Like he said, this is for your own good. They need you. And I feel like that for whatever the plans they are needing you for, once that's over, they'll kill you.
Not if I kill them first, but why me? I don't see myself any more important than my friends.
I wouldn't beat yourself up like that. Just have faith in what Liam is doing.
There she is. The gate that causes so much agony for Camelot. Seems quiet for now. Are you sure you're willing to do this alone, traveller?
Oh yeah. Though, from my research, this does look familiar.
Liam, I don't want to be that person, but look at the sky behind the gates.
It's always red. Even on the nights. The crimson air fades with the typical night sky.
She's thinking of something else. Though, part of me feels this doesn't have any relation. Still, that gate does scream curious to me. I'll need a bit of backup as I have a look at the outline of the gate, if you don't mind.
What's that he's using? I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Just a bit of a relic from up north.
That's impossible. No. That's really, really impossible. This is an Elder Gate.
Are you sure? Those things are supposed to be closed during the dark times.
Yeah, I thought so too. It does add up to what Arthur said he saw. Demonic creatures of chaos and terror resides on the other side. Brutal savages. You said the gate opened when Uther died.
That's when the first reports came about.
Well, it does add up to the legend of the Elder Gates. You can expect all kinds of demonic creatures. Think of it like hell. These creatures will crave power, devastation, you name it. And I'm about to step inside. Great!
You don't have to go through with this if you don't have to. From what you've described of the other side to be, you do seem to have a sense of worry.
I will be good. I faced worse on my own. No harm in sticking with the plan. Geronimo! Oh, wow. I think I underestimated the heating here. That or someone really doesn't want it to be cold during the winter. Glad that tickled the crowd. Huh. Reading's definitely becoming a bit stronger here. Hey, Jade. We might have a problem. I can't see Excalibur for now, but the readings I've mentioned, they're as expected, getting stronger. From a tower in the middle of two others. I think destiny is calling Arthur there. Okay, wish me luck. I'm about to anger some demons. It would be a bit friendlier here. Wait a second! This isn't Florida. Oh, sorry folks. Must have gotten lost.
Intruder, explain your purpose here.
Ah, good. I was wondering if I could find an employee here. I would like to speak to your manager. I have information he or she will be interested in.
Get on your knees, vermin.
I surrender. Now, take me to your leader. Please?
Arthur, with all due respect, waiting out here seems a bit risky, does it not? We have no idea how many of those creatures are around these parts, especially with one attacking you earlier.
I agree about this Liam character. He says he knows what he's doing. And his companion seems to agree, even if she's hesitant.
You trust his wording that he knows what he is doing.
Trust. Bit of a foolish attitude. But nobody willingly dares to enter those gates. Is your friend always this noble?
He likes to be a bit of a hero. Not that there's anything wrong with that, especially during these times. Take Camelot, for example. What they could do with is a hero. Anyone valiant.
I truly respect that. You have a lot of wisdom with you. I wouldn't mind being that person.
What's stopping you? Seems like you're aware of the current situation, but you're not wanting to act on it.
It's not that. I'm just worried. Camelot is in disarray at the moment. Being there, hope, carries a lot of responsibility that makes me worry. What would happen if I failed them? They deserve someone who won't fail them.
I know you won't, though.
Yeah, your friend said he heard about me, but I don't think I've really made a name for myself.
I wouldn't sell yourself short. Even the smallest of steps can be the biggest impacts. And there's not that many people that will show the dedication like you and your allies have.
Well, your words are encouraging, and for that, I'm grateful. I hope I can continue the good work that I strive to bring to the helpless. I hope your friend is okay. It has been some time.
Me too. I have faith he's not in danger.
See, interior very dark. In a good, homely way. You should have seen my place. Well, my ship. Well, that wasn't very nice, was it? Oh. I take it the leader of your group. Who exactly are you lot? Don't want to be rude.
We are the Skraski. You have breached our plane and therefore are an intruder.
You know, it's funny you say that, and yet it is okay to invade Camelot.
We have our reasonings. Our superiority against your kind proves the reasoning of our invasion. What you are doing here is more prevalent.
I'm curious. I had a nice stroll, saw a big orange gate, and I thought, what the hell?
Stop lying! You will face agonizing pain if you keep the truth hidden. What is your reasoning to being here?
Well,
what is your reasoning?
hold on. What's that behind you?
What importance is it to you?
There she is. Whoso pulleth out the sword off the stone is the right-wise born king of all England. So, you have Excalibur. You have it all locked away here, hoping for a certain person to wield it for yourselves, right?
You are not Arthur, and therefore our reasoning are not of your concern.
See, you say that, and yet... Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's brilliant! Why do I get the impression you're not the leader here? Well, this is kind of embarrassing.
You will be executed.
No, he won't. He knows so much and intrigues us.
Oh! Finally stepping out to play? Or do we have another deception in terms of who the leader is? Don't be shy. I'm not exactly able to do anything.
I'd hate to disappoint our guest. You're quite knowledgeable, aren't you? Very, very exciting.
Oh, hello. Fair to say you look a lot better than your friends. No offense. Just, you lot are not my type. So, who do I call you?
I am Morgan Le Fay, future ruler of Camelot.
Oh no, this just got complicated.
It is very bold of you to wander into this plain, unarmed, unafraid. That kind of courage I do adore. So, entertain me. What brings you to these plains? I can gather it's about the sword. And you know about Arthur.
Yes. I know who you are to him as well. and suddenly the pieces are connecting well in this very awkward puzzle.
I take it your expanded knowledge has heard about me, knows me to be the true ruler.
Well, I would say that if you weren't illegitimate.
Do not talk disrespectfully to me. I'd hate for my boys to ruin that handsome face of yours.
No, I'm just stating the facts. See, I think I know what is happening and why you aligned yourself with these things. Oh, stop it! Look, you want to rule Camelot, obvious has been said, but you're afraid. You know Arthur is the true ruler of Camelot, and you want him to pull the sword from the stone. Execute him because of how he is a threat, and BAM! Welcome, Queen Morgan.
Quite perceptive, though you did exclude a few details about my plans at Camelot.
You know, if I condoned your plans, I would say, ditch these people. Be a ruler of good.
But I will be a ruler of good. I'm not just going to be a queen, but a beacon of inspiration to the people. They will turn to me when they are weak. They will revere me so much, knowing I can heal their fragile bodies. I will be greater than my father ever was.
And aside from ditching this drab environment, what do the Skraski get out of this?
We shall expand our race and live on Earth, conquering and enslaving, ruling. We shall have power.
And do you think the Skraski are going to leave you be, Morgan? Look at you. All human, amongst a sea of demons and monsters. Their will, their desire, it excels the human aspect of power. They will lure you to get what they desire. First chance they get, you will not see their inevitable betrayal coming.
You are a manipulator. We shall honor our word. We shall help Morgan ascend, and we will rip those who defy us apart.
You're all the same. It's a never-ending story with you lots.
I have faith in my followers, more faith than the people of Camelot would have in me. I value respect. I value devotion. Your efforts to intimidate have failed.
Oh, well. Was worth the try.
Okay, that's where Liam is potentially being held. I don't think he's going to stop in for a nice chat.
The signal was issued, right?
Oh yes, only Liam can think of something that ludicrous like never-ending story for a signal. I'd advise we charge straight for the tower and take out as many of these bastards as possible.
For Camelot!
4 other humanoids have just charged through the gate. One of them.
Arthur! Prepare for phase 2. He has arrived on this plane.
He needs to be kept alive. Only he is capable of removing the sword. We cannot compromise anything.
And what is his excuse? He is nothing but an annoyance.
Leverage for when Arthur finally sees where his destiny lies and refuses to remove the sword. We need something to potentially force his hand.
No, but seriously, what is that orb on the hilt of the sword? Liam is intrigued.
Why does the end of the sword have such importance to you?
Because I'm curious. You may as well tell me. Who am I going to ruin your little secret to?
It's just the end of a sword. Is that so much of an issue?
No. I think it's something more, Morgan. And I think they know it. But guess what? They don't want you to know, because they are using you.
You keep writing these silly fictions of betrayal and greed when it's nothing. You do not see the obvious, and it's cute, funny. I don't need to acknowledge your warning that carries a lack of weight.
Really? Because I'll tell you what. Something has been alerting my presence right here, and it's not the sword. So you can convince yourself Nothing is going to happen to you, but trust me when I say you are in danger.
Wait! It's him! Do not kill him! Not yet, anyways. The rest, however...
Jade!
Having an unrealistic mindset isn't healthy for you. Make one wrong move and she dies.
As will your friend if you jeopardize our plan.
Well, the prodigal son has finally arrived.
Step aside. I've slain multiple of your demon followers with the aid of my small unit. You are best to surrender.
Well, you certainly do not disappoint me. I expected you to be so stubborn, and my expectations were met.
Whatever your ambition is against Camelot, you will not succeed. I will make sure you and your worshippers will perish under the name of Arthur Bridget.
Arthur, there is something you need to know.
You're more foolish than I thought. Is this how your father was before he died?
You know my father?
Arthur?
So naive, so clueless to where he stands in life. How you're a sibling to me questions me.
Sibling? No, that can't be.
Hello, brother.
All this time, I had a sister.
Well, half-sister. But that's just the beginning. Confronting you has been something I've awaited since arriving outside of Camelot. To be honest, everyone is counting on you.
I don't understand.
You will remove the sword from the stone.
Why should I? Is every one of your vile creatures too weak? No wonder I had you all slain by ease.
I think there is something you should know. Your name is not Arthur Bridget. That was a name given to you for protection. You are Arthur Pendragon, the son of Uther. He had you hidden away, we believe, and you were summoned to Camelot not long after he died.
What? Is this true?
Liam said he knew about you. I said I had faith in you making the people of Camelot proud. We didn't just say these things because we thought highly of you.
I can't pull that sword out. Doing so would be assisting these monsters.
We'll find a way, I promise. Because you are not going to deprive Arthur from what is rightfully his. I'm sorry if you're upset that Arthur's claim has validity over yours, but that's life.
He will be executed.
And what about Morgan? Look, keeping this et2 secrecy is getting childish, which is pretty hypocritical on your part, right? I'm sorry to ruin your expectations, Morgan, but ultimately, the Skraski are only after utter domination. And they had you fooled.
These comments worrying about me and my safety. What's the point? They know me. They respect me. If only you had a glimmer of understanding.
Then what am I missing? What has you so naive to respect these demons? They will use you, given the chance.
We follow our leader's will and ambition, and with that we will take over England and turn it into a new haven for the Skraski. The inferno that this land will spread across your pitiful country, and we will be the ultimate army. We will have your people worship us as their new gods. We will overcome any obstacles the universe will throw at us.
Taking over England isn't your number one goal. Survival is. All down to that orb on the hilt, I believe.
What do you know about that orb?
See, something bothered me about Excalibur. In none of the research I made about Arthur and the sword, nothing has a relic like that, especially one that has drawn the attention to me and my new unit. Not to mention the fact It does not fit with the rest of the hilt. Come on, it stands out like a sore thumb. And I think I know what it is because I have been searching for certain pieces that may help me in my own mission. And what you have there, it all makes sense. Jade, ask me how these creatures were able to emerge from one dimension to the other when Ufa died.
Okay, what you said.
Thanks for the enthusiasm. That object right there, Excalibur magically disappeared when Ufa died, and somehow the Skraski managed to get their hands on it, and ever since it has remained here, and the gateway between this world and Earth opened. That orb, it can cross dimensions. And yet, there is something more, isn't there?
What are you saying? It sounds ridiculous. I've never even heard of anything like this before in my entire life.
Just nod your head and agree with me. One thing I cannot get the grasp of is, why are you banking on Arthur to pull the sword from the stone? Why not just invade anyways? That orb carries a signal and looks to activate, but it's dull. Just like your multiple attempts to hide your plan, I think your race and the human race have something in common, but for different reasons.
His DNA is important!
Yeah, well, it's not happening.
Then your world will be destroyed. Every human will be tortured and die painfully.
All that is asked is you pull the sword from the stone, your people will be spared pain and death, and I can go about ruling Camelot like I'm supposed to. That, or the legend of King Arthur, is nothing more than someone who allowed the world to end in shatters.
I will not allow you to burn this world. I am going to protect the people.
Good, brother. Then you will remove the sword, because if not, you failed your duty to protect Camelot. This world already has a fate awaiting it. You don't want it to be a premature death.
Okay, what do they mean by that?
Why would it be any concern of yours?
Maybe because you know something I was not expecting in terms of information. What does the crisis mean to you? And that brings me to the second part of the importance with the orb. Because you need to grow your army by crossing worlds. Expand your numbers for a certain event.
Fascinating. Our two valuable characters are with us in this room. And yet, if you're focused on this crisis too, you're picking the wrong side to be against. The Skraski are valiant warriors. They bathe in violence and will take this opportunity to rule, to build.
Yeah, I'm sorry to shatter your heart, but your demonic creatures are not going to be enough, no matter how much you hype them up. I know what is coming. I've been at the forefront of this crisis, seen what the Eternal is going to bring. When I say you are not ready, this isn't me diminishing your chances. You could rule Camelot, and you'd still be little particles in the end.
I will not allow you to be an influence on my conquest. These are just hopeless words intending for me and my army to relinquish our ambitions, and it's not going to work. You have a decision to make.
I believe so do you. This is your next in command, I believe. Well, that position will be vacant.
We have ways of making sure you can still suffer. The Skraski are many. Do you want blood on your hands? Is that the legend of Arthur? How noble.
This is not worth the risk.
I can't allow her to win.
Trust me. There is a way for you to make history right here and now and still be able to get the upper hand on these demons. If I have belief that someone will end their tyranny and bloodlust, it's Arthur Pendragon. I wouldn't be saying this if I was worried this would ultimately give an advantage to the Skraski.
And how do I know you won't just straight up kill everyone that I've sworn to protect? You're demonic. There's nothing trustworthy about you all.
Despite leading the Skraski to glory, I need people to understand their place. Lesser folk who will not question my command once order has been placed. Not much of a ruling for me, is it?
I want to pick the best option possible, but I'm trapped between two worlds of agony and my options run dry. I'm not going to let the people die when something could have been done about it. That is not the person I'm going to become, and whatever their plan is, it's my duty to put an end to things.
Isn't that just sentimental? Thinking you're doing this for nobility, when it's the only way forward.
That's where you're wrong. If there's one thing that I'm not allowing, it's your nightmare to ruin this world.
The legend! It's true!
What's going on here?
My ascension, it's at hand!
What's happening to my sister?
I am so stupid. I think your sister is not as human as you may think she is.
I don't understand.
Your sister, half human. Morgan was an illegitimate child. Your father had an affair with someone. I think I'm starting to get an idea on who or what he slept with.
Mother disguised herself well. I have been trapped in this vessel for too long. Powerless. And now I am free!
What? What just happened? We're not in that realm anymore.
Don't get too excited.
But how can my sister be something like that?
She said it herself. Her mother fooled Ufa. I felt she had a magical presence about her, just not like this.
Oh no. Liam, I think you might want to look over there.
Oh, God. I was not expecting that.
My followers, we will begin our conquest. We shall invade Camelot.
That's Morgan.
Her true face. Arthur, you may have pulled Excalibur from the stone, but I don't think it stops there. Look at the orb at the hilt. Morgan is still connected with it somehow. If I remove it... There!
Is that a good idea?
The bond will still be there. You have no idea how incredible that sword is. I'm going to adjust it somehow to trap her followers back on Morvis. That gate shall disintegrate. Or at least, that is the theory.
I'll pretend to know everything you just said. Men, let's charge. Lance, I want you to gather some of your men, the best possible ones you can, and get here right now.
I'm going to help out as well. You know how skilled I can be. Are you sure about this, Liam?
I just need the Orbis here, and then the work starts. You just take care. Make sure Arthur kills Morgan. That sword is the only thing that can kill that creature.
Slay those who stand in our way and those who defy us. Others as prisoners.
Hey, sister! Get away from my kingdom.
Leave Arthur alive. I will deal with him.
Men, attack! For Camelot!
This technology definitely reaches ancient terrain. Jade! How's Camelot's future king?
He's battling Morgan right now. Her strength is really not helping Arthur.
Obviously, keep him alive if anything looks dire, but also make sure he leaves her alive until I give the word. This could be tricky to crack. Putting all this power into this thing, it's gonna hit a bit of a snag on the Orbis.
It is useless to assume you have the advantage over me. Give up now and I might be kind, dear brother.
I am Camelot's valiant hero. I am not going to yield to you.
Unfortunate. Damn it! My leg! Ah!
I refuse for you to harm this world.
You devoted yourself to a cause that is wasteful. My followers will force this world into an inferno. You cannot win this!
That has not stopped me before.
You will surrender, female. Your life may be spared if you do the sensible thing. You are all outnumbered.
Yeah, numbers don't mean anything to me in battle, especially if you don't know who I am. No! Not again! What is with my abilities? Come on!
You and the rest of you will perish for attempting to intervene with our campaign.
I got you. Hope you're not too injured.
No, just plans seem to change, I guess. Liam, how are we doing?
Nearly there. I think I can easily crack the final lock layer, but it means our next few journeys are going to be a bit rough.
Okay, well... Well, put your foot on the pedal if you can. I think Morgan is putting Arthur through hell.
You need to stand down and let the true ruler of not just Camelot, but this world achieve what she was destined for.
The only thing you're destined for is to die from my sword.
To think you, of all people, you are not just set to be king, but the only person worthy to use that sword. It should have been me! Ha! You're gonna pay for that! What a shame your legacy will indeed be fiction.
Leave him be! You want to deal with someone? I'm ready to kick your ass.
Get out of my business, feeble rodent!
Oh, I get it. You're too much of a coward to face someone superior to you.
Ah!
Jade! Jade! It's ready!
Arthur! Do it! Hey, ugly! Hey! Look at your superior!
You think you are superior to me?
They just disappeared.
Yep, back to Morvos. Liam engineered the orb to make it so once Morgan died, they all went back to where they were from with no chance on terrorizing any place ever again. And Arthur was the hero to banish this devastation from Camelot. This man was the only one that could pull the legendary sword Excalibur from the stone that was trapped there when Uther died. Only the next in line to rule Camelot could pull off such a thing.
You honestly didn't have to. Are you sure me being king is what is needed?
With everything done, your determination to save Camelot was the final proof that Camelot needs King Arthur. Nobody fits this legacy more than you.
I am grateful for this moment, that I am someone who can be called your king. I have always wanted to protect the people in the best way I can. Now, I have the chance to do so in the best position possible. I promise I will do the best I can to make everyone proud. And these two were fundamental in helping me in my efforts to defeat the beasts that tried to take Camelot and the world. Without them, I'm not sure what would be of this glorious kingdom. Are you sure you cannot stay? I'm thinking of making a legion of the brave and the best fighters who I know will be incredible contributions to my kingdom.
My king. As much as I'd love to stay and help, especially at the beginning of your reign, myself and Jade have places to be. And a crisis to avert.
Is there anything I can assist with?
No, this crisis... it's a long way away. And you've got a legacy to build.
It's interesting. You keep mentioning the importance of my legacy, and you had knowledge that pulling Excalibur from the stone was of importance. Who exactly are you?
Let's just say there are stories about you. I can't begin to explain in depth, but you're a legend to the people. There are multiple accounts of your reign, but one thing's for sure. You're going to do good to these people.
I'm going to pretend to acknowledge what was said, and nod and agree with you. I have faith in both of you, so I have no reason to doubt you. I must say, again, thank you both so much for your assistance in destroying this threat. I truly couldn't have done this without you.
It is truly an honor to have not just met you, but fought with you as well. I would like to make a request, if that's not too much of an issue.
I'm happy to listen.
When I was engineering that orb to banish the Skraski, there was some interesting readings from it. The link between Morvus and this world is no more, but for this crisis, it may be of benefit. I was wondering if I could take it.
Consider it my act of gratitude for helping me. Not just in terms of dealing with those demons, but helping me reach my destiny. I am more than grateful, and I hope, whatever crisis you're up against, you will prevail.
Thank you so much. I will never forget this.
It truly has been a blessing to meet you.
And I am thankful for you both coming here. I will never forget your assistance today.
And we will never forget this interaction. I know you're going to do fantastic as a king. Camelot is fortunate to have you.
Not to brag, but remember when you dismissed Arthur being real because you couldn't find substantial evidence?
Okay, I made a mistake.
No, that's not all of it. We made a deal. If we both discovered he was indeed real, you owed me big.
You could have been the bigger person.
You know me too well. Don't try the sympathy card on me. I do have a question, though. We both know the legend of King Arthur, the various tales of his reign. Where's Merlin in all this?
Huh. Never thought of that. Well, I know it's cheap of us to say, but maybe we both were. The legend of Arthur is always talked about in terms of his ascension to king, but nobody knows how. Nobody knows the full story. And since we brought him into this position and convinced him to pull the sword from the stone, maybe. Just maybe.
I do like that theory, but his sister being a demon?
Well, we're in a world where anything is possible. Poor Ufa.
So there is more of an importance to the orb than trapping those creatures and Morgan?
Correct. Cracking into this thing, it was more than a means to pull back the Skraski and Morgan back to their world. There is a way we can configure this orb and use it to our advantage. There are layers that, as of right now, are hard to crack into, but give it enough time, we'll be able to use it and imprison something.
The Eternal. Are you sure you can do that?
It will take some time and patience. It's coming. Other forces are preparing themselves. Some may act brave, but deep inside, They're wanting to take themselves out of this battle as much as possible. They know what the Eternal is like. They know this is not their fight. But all of this, it's staring at me from the abyss.
He has found the vessel that he believes will imprison you again once the decay of worlds shatters your prison. Such a foolish ambition. What is to become of him?
Let him surround himself a false world. I can feel the prison weakening. I'm almost there, no matter the forces that try to deny me, including my sister.
I followed them as instructed. They did not suspect anything, and they plan to meet up with Liam. It won't be long until our obstacles are taken out of the picture.
And soon, nothing will stop us. You can have your world. I can have everything shattered to dust. I can be free to conquer once more, to become a god. Do me proud, and who knows? Maybe your current state will be upgraded. Maybe you can become something more too. Be prepared for what comes next. The time trapped here narrows more and more, and all the pieces must be in place before my arrival.
The crisis is escalating at an alarming rate. Worlds are falling apart as more of the Hollowed grow.
We need to do something. There's too many people on this planet that need to be saved.
I'm afraid they are to be consumed by the Hollowed and become extinct from the multiverse. I'm sorry. I do not have enough power to prolong this planet, or even salvage the majority of this planet. Are you okay? You're not looking too well.
I'm fine. Just a bit unwell. Nothing I can't shrug off. How can we keep being a force against this crisis if we're not able to be enough for planets like this? Billions screaming and we're not able to help?
I think it's time. You knew. With our efforts becoming reduced as this crisis escalates, there is no telling on how powerful the Eternal is getting as more and more Earths see their demise.
I don't understand.
That's because this event has been calling to a certain someone if the crisis reached a point of critical danger in all corners of space and time. And he is someone who means a great deal to you. His name is Liam, and we need to reach him.
In The Elder Gates, Liam Catterson was played by Liam Catterson. Jade Coraxis was played by Rhiannon Martindale Weatherup. Arthur was played by Alex Gilbert. Morgan was played by Victoria Simmonds. The Skraski leader was played by Ronikka Kendall. The Infinite was played by Brianna Wing. The Eternal was played by Brittney Carillo. Red Wolf was played by Alex Smith. Lyra was played by Hazel Holmes. The second part of Series 4 of the Catterson Chronicles continues May 1st.